This is Lloyd, a legendary green ninja, who was one of the main characters in almost every season. And this is young Lloyd from Ninjago Season 1 Rise of the Snakes. At the beginning, he wanted to be evil. Lloyd wanted to steal as many sweets as possible, but Classic 4 Ninjas stopped him. Then, the most important scene from whole Ninjago happened. And it's right on this spot on this hill. What if Lloyd hadn't kicked this rock? This one single moment changed more than you can imagine. The whole Ninjago story would be completely different without this. And that's absolutely crazy. So now I'm gonna tell you why this Ninjago scene is actually very important for all of us. This scene basically created Ninjago. Thanks to this, we already have more than 18 Ninjago seasons. Everything unfolds because of this one stone. Now let's break it down in more detail. So don't forget to click on like and let's start with this video. So this is where it all started, in Season 1 Rise of the Snakes Episode 1, when Lloyd opened the Serpentine tombs, specifically Hypnobrise tomb. But then it happened quickly, and all of the Serpentines were in Ninjago City. Lloyd freed them and then they captured him. How pathetic. Lloyd was in prison, so Sensei went to Realm of Madness, where was right now Garmadon, but they came together back to Ninjago. By the way, this still all happened because of Lloyd. At the end of Season 1, Serpentines freed the Great Devourer. It was mainly Pythor. Nothing of this would have had to happen if Lloyd hadn't opened that snake tomb. Ninjago plot twist is insane. In Ninjago Season 2 was Garmadon one of the main villains, who was here because of Lloyd and Master Wu, and he helped Overlord. This is next main villain who is here because of Lloyd. Well, not basically because of Lloyd, but you know what I mean. And then in Ninjago Season 3 was also Overlord and Pythor. There would still be peace in Ninjago if Lloyd hadn't kicked that rock. And then there is Season 4, which was Chance Island. And the ninjas wouldn't have to go there if Zane hadn't been lost in the first place. Ninjas would just stay in Ninjago and wouldn't participate in this tournament of elements. Then Chen wouldn't be able to become Anacondrai warrior and turn his whole army into Anacondrai. Ninjas would probably still be in the monastery and play video games. Lloyd wouldn't then be forced to open a portal into Cursed Realm, so Moro would never be able to escape from there, and the whole Season 5 possession wouldn't exist. Nadakan from Season 6 would also not be a problem, because Klaus would still be on Chance Island. He wouldn't be in City of Sticks looking for that lantern, so Nadakan would never be free. First season which would actually happen would be Season 7, Hands of Time. This has nothing to do with Lloyd, because it's an old war from the time of young Master Wu. Season 7 would be the first problem for ninjas, and who knows if they would be able to defeat Acornix and Crux, because they wouldn't be that trained for it. Now comes the Oni trilogy. Firstly, Season 8 Sons of Garmadon. You won't believe me, but this season wouldn't happen either. You ask why? Because Harume wouldn't be evil. Her parents would be still alive, so she wouldn't be mad at ninjas. Garmadon would not be freed. Ninjas wouldn't have to use Traveler's Tea, so they would not be teleported into the first realm. Then there is Season 10, where it is so debatable, but Oni would probably not get into Ninjago. Realm Crystal would still be in the first Pinjitzu Master Tomb, but Oni would maybe still be able to get into Ninjago? I don't know. Let's look on Season 11, which would actually still exist. It's not Lloyd's fault that they freed Asphira. Zane would be sent to Neverrealm and became Ice Emperor. Season 12 Prime Empire would also still be here. Main villains here were Unagami and Mechanic, as well as Vangelis from Season 13 would also always be evil. But he wouldn't have anyone to salvage though. That would be the only difference here, I guess. Then the Seabound and the Island would also still be here. Vojira would came back whatever Lloyd does. But Ninjago Season 16 Crystallize wouldn't exist. It's again season with Harumi, who freed Overlord, but now he's called Crystal King. No one would be able to free all of the generals from Crystallized, so ninjas wouldn't have to deal with this either. By the way guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on like. Now we can move on Dragons Rising. It's still mysterious here. We don't know how Master Wu caused the merge, and we still don't know a lot about Ra's Master. I can't really say if Dragons Rising is connected to Rise of the Snakes, to this one single scene with Lloyd. I think it's probably not. Dragons Rising would still be there even if Lloyd wouldn't open those tombs. So yeah, we already have 4 Dragons Rising seasons and they are not here because of Lloyd, but probably because of Master Wu. and with them, that are all of the Ninjago seasons. So let's summarize it. Without Lloyd, Ninjago Season 1 Rise of the Snakes wouldn't exist. Even Season 2 Legacy of the Green Ninja. Also Season 3 Rebooted. Tournament of Elements wouldn't exist either. Then Ninjago Season 5 Possession, as well as Season 6 Skybound. Then the whole Oni trilogy, and Ninjago Season 60. That is whole 10 Ninjago seasons in total. We have Lloyd to thank for Ninjago having so many seasons. It's really cool how the whole Ninjago lore is connected, that most of the things in Ninjago history wouldn't happen if Lloyd didn't kick that rock. Don't forget to click on subscribe if you are new here, and also like this video if you enjoyed. Ninjago plot is insane. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And that's all, thank you for watching and bye bye!